United had to dig deep. But the win over Burnley was as deserved as it was important. And in the middle of that victory, it feels like the perfect time to spotlight the player who could define our attack this season. From the streets of Avallon to the theater of dreams, Bryan Mbeumo's journey is nothing short of remarkable. Welcome to Devil's Roundup's 10th episode. We're Abbie and Luke, broadcasting to you from Australia, and we're incredibly excited to have you with us. Before we get started, we want to quickly acknowledge and apologize for a mistake in our last episode.
Yeah, just a quick one.
The final score for the Manchester United and Grimsby match was shown incorrectly on screen. A massive thanks to @Creig on YouTube for bringing this to our attention.
Good spot, Creig.
Creig, please reach out to us with your details, and we'll send you some free merch as a token of our appreciation for keeping us honest. And for anyone just joining our Red Devils chat, hitting that subscribe button ensures you'll catch every United preview and review we put out. So today, we're diving into United's, dramatic 3-2 victory over Burnley back on August 30th. It was a game that really captures the paradox of our season so far, doesn't it?
It really does.
Our first Premier League win. Absolute crucial for momentum, yeah. But it also painted a pretty clear picture of exhilarating attacking play mixed with some, concerning defensive vulnerabilities.
Yeah, can we truly unlock all that offensive potential if the foundation behind it is still, finding its feet a bit?
That's a perfect way to frame it, actually. The match really did feel like a tale of two distinct halves. It highlighted both our manager, Ruben Amorim's bold vision and, the trade-offs that come with it.
Absolutely. We started with such high intensity, didn't we? A clear plan to sort of rebuild confidence after some shaky results. And look, that approach paid off early on.
Yeah, our control was obvious. We created quite a few chances.
Right, and it led to that Casemiro header hitting the crossbar, then deflecting off Burnley's Josh Cullen for an own goal. That was the 27th minute.
A little bit lucky, maybe.
Yeah, maybe a touch lucky, but, it felt like a deserved reflection of how we started the game. Our high press system was clearly generating opportunities.
Oh, that dominance was so clear in the first half.
Yeah.
You genuinely felt we were on the verge of really building a commanding lead, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
The main setback, I suppose, was Matheus Cunha's injury. That forced him off early, which was a real shame.
Yeah, that definitely didn't help. It probably stopped us from extending that lead even.
But then, the second half, a massive and pretty dramatic shift.
Yeah, Burnley equalized in the 55th minute. Lyle Foster. And it felt from another lapse in our defensive organization. It's becoming a bit of a theme, it seems.
Worryingly so.
But credit where it's due, our response was immediate. And fantastic, actually. Showed brilliant resilience.
Just 93 seconds later.
Exactly. Bryan Mbeumo pops up with his first league goal for us. Great pass from Diogo Dalot. And bang, back ahead. Such a vital moment, Showed the team could bounce back instantly.
The drama just kept unfolding, though, almost relentlessly. Burnley then had a goal disallowed for offside, which felt like a bit of a let-off.
A brief moment to breathe, yeah.
But then they quickly found their second equalizer anyway. Jadon Anthony scored it, and it followed a moment we'll definitely want to forget.
Oh, yeah. Our goalkeeper, Alte Bandier. He parried a shot, but straight into Anthony's path.
So frustrating. Just seemed like an unforced error that gifted them away right back into the game.
It really did, and then the match just built towards that, highly controversial and incredibly dramatic finish that had everyone, on the edge of their seats.
Deep into stoppage time, Ahmad fouled by Anthony inside the box.
And then that VAR review felt like forever, didn't it? 3 minutes.
So longer.
Yeah. Video assistant referee reviewing it. Eventually, the ref awarded the penalty for a sustained pull.
And up steps Bruno Fernandes. After missing that pen against Fulham, the pressure must have been immense.
Totally. But 97th minute, steps up, slots it away with such composure, secures that vital 3-2 win. Old Trafford just erupted, didn't it? Pandemonium.
What a moment for him. That level of nerveless redemption from the captain.
Yeah.
It really says a lot about his character, his leadership under that kind of pressure.
Definitely. So let's maybe look at the stats then, because the data from this game is really telling, isn't it? It gives you that objective view.
Yeah, absolutely. We dominated possession, 62% total shots. Staggering, 26 compared to Burnley's 6.
And the XG expected goals. That metric that estimates how likely a shot is to be a goal based on, where it's taken from, stuff like that.
Ours was massive, 3.63. Burnley's was only 1.2. So purely on the numbers, on paper.
Yeah.
We should have won that game far, far more comfortably.
And that's the really striking thing, isn't it? That gap between those dominant stats and the really precarious 3-2 final score.
Yeah, how do you explain that?
Well, the fact it took a late, maybe slightly controversial penalty for us to win, despite being so on top statistically,
Yeah.
it really points to deeper issues than just, bad luck.
It's not just individual errors, is it?
No, I think it's also maybe the systemic cost of playing that maximum offensive pressure style. Amorim's high-octane attacking system, it's exciting, yeah, but it inherently pushes our defensive line higher, creates specific vulnerabilities, especially in wide channels during quick transitions,
Yeah.
and Burnley targeted those expertly.
Right. So our attack was potent, definitely, but our defense and maybe goalkeeping left us vulnerable, allowed them back into the game way too easily.
Exactly, and I think that's why Amorim's tactical blueprint, while it's brilliant going forward, consistently seems to expose some defensive frailties.
Yeah, he made those 8 changes from the Carabao Cup defeat, clearly aiming for a fresh start, get that high-intensity attacking system firing again.
And the aggressive press did create loads of opportunities. Even our set pieces looked pretty effective.
But despite all that attacking success, our structure just seemed to unravel at times, didn't it? Especially in the second half.
We really struggled to control the game after taking the lead. Even the manager admitted that afterwards.
Which really suggests that our system, while fantastic at creating chances, might be a bit fragile when it comes to actually managing a lead or adapting when the other team changes things up.
Yeah, is it possible that this aggressive press is just inherently difficult to sustain for a full 90 minutes? Especially against teams that adapt well?
That's a crucial question, I think. And it highlights that persistent problem with our recurring defensive lapses.
Definitely. Take the second Burnley goal, for instance. Perfect case study, really. Comes from a simple long throw-in. Our defense fails to clear it properly.
And then Baindier parries the shot, but straight to an opponent. The first equalizer, too, you saw defensive coordination issues there. Lenny Yoro and Luke Shaw kind of caught out.
Yeah, these individual errors, plus maybe a lack of collective discipline at times. It's costing us cheap goals. And the goalkeeper situation, well, that remains a really open question that needs a definitive solution for this Amorim era, doesn't it?
Totally. And even the substitutions didn't quite fix things either, did they?
Not really.
Cunha going off injured early, then Mason Mount off for Abbie and Luke at halftime. Necessary changes, sure.
Yeah, you had to make them.
But they didn't really address our inability to just control the game's flow.
Yeah.
That second half just felt incredibly chaotic. End-to-end stuff, rather than the controlled victory our dominance should have probably brought.
Yeah, it definitely highlights a need for better game management, maybe some tactical tweaks when the opposition shifts its approach.
Exactly.
By the way, if you're enjoying this deep dive into the Red Devils, sharing it with fellow fans is a great way to keep the conversation going.
Absolutely. So, okay, let's talk about the standout performances from that Burnley win then, because amidst the chaos, there were some truly brilliant individual efforts.
Oh, for sure. Bryan Mbeumo was really dynamic, wasn't he? Lively throughout, and his goal, just 93 seconds after Burnley equalized, what a critical moment of resilience. A major positive.
Yeah, huge. And Ahmad, too, he was a constant creative force, always looking to make something happen. And crucially, he drew that late penalty with that really intelligent run and just sheer persistence.
Absolutely vital. And then, of course, Bruno Fernandes, the captain, central to everything we did in attack.
And that nerveless 97th minute penalty redeemed the miss against Fulham, secured the win, just solidified his role as our talisman. You know, the player the team looks to for inspiration, for those match-winning moments.
Yeah, definitely. While we had those standout performers, the match also, well, undeniably exposed some significant vulnerabilities within the squad.
No doubt about that. That lack of collective defensive awareness, it feels like the core reason we're so vulnerable to quite simple plays sometimes.
Yeah, and even the substitutes had mixed performances, didn't they? Benjamin Šuška, for instance, described as wasteful after missing a couple of headers, suggests the bench didn't really provide the necessary impact or control we needed at that point.
True. But amidst all the tactics and the stats, one figure really emerged as pivotal for us, didn't he? Let's shift our focus properly onto Bryan Mbeumo. His journey, his immediate impact. It offers a powerful counter-narrative to some of the team's struggles.
Absolutely. Born in France, deep Cameroonian heritage instilled by his parents, he's known for being quite disciplined, grounded. Coaches often put that down to his upbringing in that tight-knit community.
Right. Developed through the academy at Troyes, won the Coupe Gambardella, that's France's big national youth cup back in 2018, scored a double in the final.
Which apparently the last person to do that in the final was Kylian Mbappe. So, no pressure.
Yeah, shows the kind of talent we're talking about even back then. His breakout senior season was 2018-19 in League Two. Scored 11 goals, 4 assists. Got himself into the League Two team of the season.
And that's really where his Premier League story takes off. He joined Brentford in 2019, a club record fee for them at the time, quickly formed that formidable BMW trio with Ollie Watkins and Saeed Benrahma.
Yeah, they're electric.
Scored 16 goals in his first season with them. Then in his debut Premier League season, 2021-22, he got 8 goals in 38 games. But what's really telling from that season, he hit the woodwork 7 times, tied a league record.
Frustrating at the time, I bet.
Oh, massively. But it showed he was consistently getting into really good scoring positions, proved he could find those dangerous areas at the top level.
And then his most prolific season, career-defining, really, 2024-25, a fantastic 20 goals, 7 assists in 38 Premier League matches.
Yeah, 4th highest goal scorer in the division.
Yeah.
And he truly stepped up as their talisman when Ivan Toney was suspended. Showed he could handle that immense pressure, be the team's main offensive threat.
Beyond just the talent and the numbers, though, Mbeumo's transfer to us tells a really compelling story. Personal ambition, strategic alignment for the club.
Definitely. Despite playing for France at youth levels, he made that big call on his senior international career. August 2022, after meeting Samuel Eto'o.
Oh, yeah.
He chose to represent Cameroon, his father's country. Played in the 2022 World Cup, scored 6 goals in 22 games for them so far.
And his move to us, July 2025. It was a bit of a saga, wasn't it? Valued it up to £71 million in the end. And what's fascinating, too, is Mbeumo's personal motivation. That was key, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Joining us was apparently a childhood dream for him.
Yeah, an opportunity he just felt he had to take. And that deep desire to play for the club, it apparently overrode interest from others, like Spurs and Newcastle, even though they had Champions League football on offer.
That determination must have really impressed the recruitment team. Showed he was the perfect fit for the club's new culture, the project under Amorim.
Exactly. He's seen as absolutely crucial for Amorim's preferred 3-4-3 formation. 3 defenders, 4 midfielders, 3 forwards. Fits perfectly with his pace, his ability to stretch defenses, and that renowned work rate he has in those wide attacking roles.
His early impact at United, though. It's certainly been a bit of a roller coaster, hasn't it? Highs and lows already.
Yeah, definitely. His debut was that tough 1-0 home defeat to Arsenal. Difficult start for everyone.
Then the EFL Cup against Grimsby Town. He scores in the comeback. Brilliant. But then, in a cruel twist, misses the decisive penalty in the shootout. We go out.
Devastating for him, you'd imagine.
Totally. But what really showed his character, I think, was how he bounced back. Just days later, scores his Premier League goal for us against Burnley, gets named man of the match, 55% of the fan vote.
Incredible mental fortitude, that. Resilience to perform under that kind of pressure, to immediately recover from such a low point and deliver a match-winning performance, says a lot.
Yeah. So this raises an important point about his playing style, maybe, and the statistical proof behind his value. How did that make him such a unique asset for us?
Well, he's versatile, technically really gifted, typically operates as a right winger, loves cutting inside onto that left foot. His work rate is just relentless, always pressing from the front. And his 20 goals in 2024-25, that was a significant overperformance of his expected goals, his XG. It was 12.3, but he scored 20. That's a plus 7.7 differential, the highest in the entire league.
So he's finishing chances that are statistically quite difficult.
Exactly. This isn't just clinical finishing. It suggests a unique ability, maybe. Manipulating angles, striking the ball in a way that consistently defies probability. It points towards elite-level technique, or maybe just an uncanny spatial awareness that lets him convert chances where an average player might struggle.
So he's not just a goal scorer. He's like a genuine statistical outlier.
Pretty much. And what's more, he also recorded the highest expected assists XA in the league that season. That's the metric quantifying how likely a pass is to become an assist. Shows he's an elite-level chance creator, too.
Right. So this objective, data-driven profile, it really justifies that up to £71 million fee, doesn't it?
Yeah, it feels like a calculated investment in proven, sustainable productivity, someone who directly impacts both scoring and creating at a high level.
Okay, let's try and wrap this up then. Looking at the goods, the bads from that Burnley game, and what it means looking forward. Positives first.
Our attacking fluency, that's a standout. We consistently created quality opportunities, which is, a crucial foundation for any team wanting success.
And the individual brilliance. Bruno Fernandes, Bryan Mbeumo, they provided those crucial match-winning moments when we needed them.
And we showed valuable resilience, too, responding immediately to both of Burnley's equalizers. That mental strength, it's a testament to the team's character. And getting that vital first league win was just paramount for morale.
Yeah, absolutely. But The performance was riddled with concerning negatives, too.
Oh, yeah. The wasteful finishing was a big one. We really should have been maybe 3-0 up by halftime, cruising.
But the most significant issue, the one that keeps plaguing us,
Yeah.
it's those persistent defensive and goalkeeping lapses, isn't it?
They feel like our core issues right now, making us vulnerable to really simple plays sometimes. We consistently struggle to control a lead once we have it, always seem to cede momentum, let opponents back into games too easily.
So where do we go from here, then? Where can we actually get better?
Well, the defensive structure clearly needs fortifying. We need much better player discipline within their roles, stop conceding those cheap goals.
And the goalkeeper situation, as we've discussed, needs a definitive solution.
Yeah. And Amorim, perhaps, needs to show he can make more decisive in-game tactical adjustments, especially in the second half when the opposition changes approach. Our current system seems to lack the balance to effectively manage the game once the tempo gets chaotic.
So if we connect this to the bigger picture, then, the media commentary often focused on the drama, the controversy of that lead penalty, framed it as a lucky break for us.
Yeah, and that sometimes overshadows our overall dominance, doesn't it? Especially when you think about that earlier overturned penalty call for Mason Mount in the first half, which got less attention.
Right. Our statistical dominance over 3 times as many shots as Burnley. It shows that while the win felt precarious, it was deserved, surely.
I think so. Our own internal shortcomings just made it harder than it needed to be, rather than us being simply fortunate.
Okay, that's our take on the thrilling Burnley match and the incredible journey of Bryan Mbeumo. If you enjoyed this deep dive, subscribing and sharing it with other fans truly helps us keep Devils Roundup going, and we'd love to hear your thoughts and a review.
Definitely.
We look forward to having you join us for our next Devils Roundup, airing next Friday. Thanks for listening.